Well, hello, and welcome to. Sorry, I got a bit confused there. Welcome to chapter 51 of The Last Thoughts of a Busy Mind. Um, this one I'm going to call Trekkie Code because it's all about Star Trek. You may ask why. We'll get to that. But before we get to that, first of all, our drink today is a carbonated drink again, but it's apple and kiwi, the kiwi fruit. And I haven't had this before. It's from the same company that had a couple of chapters ago the cactus drink, but I hope this one. Actually, I really like that one, to be honest. I know my voice wasn't very convincing, but the drink had a unique taste. I hope this is as good. And let's see. We'll see. The problem is I haven't eaten anything yet. Yes, I'm recording this at 8:40 a.m. That's a reasonable hour. And so I'm afraid if I drink something carbonated, I might get sick. But you got to live on the edge, live risky. Coming from the most cautious person in the world. The other thing is, I had yet another podcast this week. It's not out yet. It, another one might be out. I will check, but we recorded a podcast this week called Fancy Bleffer. And when that comes out, I will definitely put a link in the description. But in the meantime, do check it out. I will put a link to the podcast in the description and check it out and tell them I've sent you. It was a really good experience, by the way. She was very professional and made me feel very welcome, and I just managed to talk a lot about movies and a bit about my own life, which is always interesting. The other thing is actually there is another podcast, The Goblins Corner. I've talked about them a while ago. My episode with them is finally out. You can check it out in the link in the description. And that one was really fun. So I hope it does work out. I'm gonna actually put if you're on YouTube, and I don't usually do this for the last thoughts, but at the end of the episode, I'm gonna put a card to a video of this podcast because they actually record a video version as well. So, yay. I do look a bit disheveled in there though. So, why the Trekkie code, you might ask? First of all, the week I had was kind of a weird one. It, I spent most of it filming and editing, but a friend of mine, a very good friend of mine called Mohammed, it's MGH actually, he called me out of nowhere and said that he had watched Star Trek, the original series, and he knows how big of a Trekkie I am, and just wanted to tell me, and it was honestly an amazing feeling. I think it was really good. Now, Mama MGH, he doesn't like to be called Mama. Um, he's actually one of my few friends that actually do takes my recommendation and watches them. When we were working on Musicality, which is my documentary, that was back in season season three, but before season three even. But when we were working on that, I recommended Fiddler on the Roof to him, and he actually went and saw it. And I can't tell you how good of a feeling that is, that when you recommend something to someone and they go and actually watch it and come back and give you their ideas, their thoughts about something that you like. It's it's an amazing feeling. I love it. And MGH is actually one of the few friends that do understands that and goes and watches those things. So yeah, he is now a Trekkie. And throughout the week we talk about Leonard Nimoy. Sorry, in particular, we talked about the universe of Star Trek, and I mentioned that he should watch some movies as well. But the thing is, um, I sent him Ballad of Bilbo Baggins too, because if you're a Trekkie, you need to watch Ballad of Bilbo Baggins. In the middle of the earth, in the land of Shire, there's a brave little hobbit whom we all admire. I'm sorry for my voice and nasaliness. The seasons are changing. I have seasonal allergies, and the fact that I've slept all week with the AC on doesn't really help either because I'm used to cold. But yeah, um, where was I? Where was I? Oh yeah, but he. The thing is, I love Star Trek. I have a few fandoms that I really love: Star Trek, Doctor Who, Lord of the Rings, um, Elder Scrolls, and when someone else, there are usually two types of people when it comes to my interactions with the rest of the fandom. There are either old fans, and old fans are good, but many of them, in my experience, are kind of assholes because they feel like they've been there before you, so they have, I don't know, some sort of authority that, oh no, no, we know the correct way to watch these shows and movies. And I mean, that's stupid. That's idiotic. I hate that. Most of them are gatekeepers, which is the worst thing you can be to a fandom, I think. That no, no, no. I like it. I don't want to cheapen it by sharing it with people. No, I love it. I love when more people come and enjoy the stuff I like. And the other kind of fans are, sadly, and this is me being very condescending, are the new Star Trek fans, the ones that only love J.J. Abrams stuff and Alex Kurtzman stuff, and they are the other kind of intolerable because they believe everything that came before that is basically pointless, and I don't like that either. I don't like people who believe that who don't give a chance to something because how bad it looks. You just know that yeah, it's a TV series from 1960s. Of course, it's not gonna be as cinematic as one from 2020, but it's still good. It's not the uh, visuals that grab us. It's the stories, and yeah. But despite that, I love being part of Star Trek fandom. I find them less toxic than Star Wars, definitely less toxic than Rick and Morty or Nolan fans, Christopher Nolan. And it was such a great feeling to bring a friend of mine who I adore and love very much into that mix, and he actually liked Star Trek, and more importantly, he liked original series, not TNG or Deep Space Nine or Kurtzman stuff. The original series. He watched the original series, and that's really good because I'm also a big fan of TOS. I do think TNG is a better made show, but I love the crew of TOS much more. I love Chekhov and Sulu and Scotty and well, Spark and Dr. McCoy. And yeah, so to find someone, oh fuck, my nose is fully clogged up and I can't really do anything about it. I just need to wait for it. But it makes breathing really hard. But yeah, and to bring someone to the TOS is just such a great feeling. It might not be just Star Trek. The reason I'm calling it Trekkies Code is because, well, it was about Star Trek in specific, but when I recommend something I love to someone and they come back and they love it as much as I do, for those of you who've done a lot of recommendation to people, it's actually a great film. It's amazing. Again, I had the same with MGH on Fiddler on the Roof, which if you haven't seen, definitely go and see it. But yeah, that was a great thing. And he actually helped me a lot this week. I had a gathering on Friday and I had a gathering yesterday. And if everything goes as planned, I have another one later today. So I've been kind of busy this week going out, which is really good. I'm finally going out. I had my vaccines. I'm meeting people outside, of course, with masks on, but just I feel better about leaving the house. And he actually helped me a lot, and I just wanted to. I doubt he'll listen to this, but if he does, I want him to hear that I love you, man, and thank you so much for your help. He helped me a lot doing the filming of a video, and that video will come out next week. I will, no matter what, I will put it out next week. The most of it is done. I just need to. There is this Persian proverb, not proverb, expression that means when you're lazy, they call it your ass is wide. Your asshole is wide. It's an expression. It doesn't have to make sense. The opposite of that is you need to tighten your asshole and get up and do it. And that's the thing I need to do. I need to tighten my asshole, get up and finish the edit, and get some gameplay footage. And yeah, but the whole interaction with MGH reminded me how much I loved talking about something I love, which I know I've been doing it for more than a year now on this show. You probably will kill me if I talk about how much I love musicals again. But usually, as I said, this is a one-way street. I love to sit with someone and talk about musicals, talk about Star Trek, talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly. Some of the stuff that I love and means so much to me. And Star Trek does mean a lot to me. It's the show that got me interested in sci-fi. It's the show that made me interested in exploration and not just looking at sci-fi as something that, well, Star Wars does, as backdrop for fighting. No, it's a backdrop for exploration. How to create compelling characters within a syndicated series framework. Of course, that's the problem, but again, creating very good, deep characters and great interactions, great relationships, and I love it for that. And on top of that, I just love that world. I love the optimism of Star Trek, early Star Trek, not the Kurtzman stuff. I love how that world works. So to see that is and see that optimism that maybe one day we will get our shit together and realize a lot of our errors, and then we need to deal with things bigger than us. But yeah, I love that world, and to talk about it with a friend who is really new into that world but is very passionate about it was really good. And I'm gonna take a sip of my drink. I can't really talk. Okay, this is weird. I can neither taste the apple nor the kiwi. I don't think my taste buds are the problem because before this I ate an ice cream and I tasted that fine. I think the drink is not really big on flavor. Yeah, there is an aftertaste of apple, but that's it. Just an aftertaste. That was underwhelming. I need to get more of this cactus one. And the discussions of fandom can become really toxic really fast. I've had many of them with fans of Helsing, with fans of Against Star Wars, even with some Trekkies. But at the end of the day, I think when you both love something and you find someone who is willing to try new stuff and talk about it, it's a feeling that you don't want to end. And I loved it. It was one of the sweetest memories now. That it's one of the sweetest memories I have. That he called me out of nowhere and just told me that he watched Star Trek. It's it's such a joy that I can't really express it well, but it was so good. And again, I want to thank him for all of the other stuff he did, but this one is just one of the sweetest memories now. I've written about it on my notebook. I'm talking about it on this show. That's how much it impacted me. So yeah, the moral of the story is go and watch Star Trek. And you don't have to watch the original series, even though I really recommend you finally at some point do, but you can start with TNG if that is more your style. If not, you can watch with the movies and then go to the TV shows. If you want to do that, if you want to go to TOS, I have a road plan that I think might work. Is that watch the first Star Trek movie, Star Trek the Motion Picture. It's slow as fuck, but just wait it through because then you will have an understanding of who the characters are. Then go to the TV show and watch 10 episodes. I have my own 10, but just look at 10 of the best ones that people say, whoever you trust, and watch that. I think my 10 is. I have actually a list, and let me bring it up. Um, it's watch in order: Space Seed, Amok Time, Where No Man Has Gone Before, The City on the Edge of Forever, The Menagerie, which is a two-parter, Mirror Mirror, The Trouble with the Tribbles, The Devil in the Dark, and Journey to Babel. Then the last one, The Doomsday Machine. These are um, these are the top 10 Star Trek episodes for me. I love them. But it's actually, if you watch that and you like it, you will probably go and watch the rest. If you didn't, just go with the movies. Watch Wrath of Khan, watch Search for Spark, watch the fourth one. What was the fourth one? The Voyage Home, and then the sixth one, The Undiscovered Country. And go with them. And then go and watch TNG. Just give Star Trek a chance, not the Alex Kurtzman stuff, the older stuff. And if you do tell me. I love talking about Star Trek. On that note, I don't have much time left. Don't forget to send me a message on Anchor. Share the podcast with your friends. Tell me stuff. Talk to me. And if you send me a message on Anchor, a voice message, it will be played at the beginning of the next episode. Don't forget to check the links in the description. And I hope to see you all. Oh, I have 10 seconds left. Yeah. I hope to see you all next week. 1, 2, 3.